I'm back.
Sorry I couldn't be on the comms. Connor had me hacking the reactor's subsystems. Plan B, you know?
Plan A was a Hail Mary.
God, this is a mess. We don't know where these Ashura came from, where they are, or what they want.
We know we need to stop them.
Yeah, I suppose that's enough for now.
How are you holding up?
That's what I should be asking you. I mean, it's kind of a miracle you're alive.
Bakunin had my back.
I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about last year. About you deleting your own system and technically dying.
That was unpleasant.
And then waking up like nothing happened.
Wish it was that simple.
I mean, sure, relearning how to walk and talk was no easy feat, but all in all, you surviving the Cybervoid shutdown was like a regular human walking away from an explosion. Still have no idea how you did it.
Guess I'm just tough. What do you think about the Ashura?
They scare me. The way they look, the way they act. While repairing you, we spent a lot of time trying to gather all possible info on GRs. It doesn't make sense that they are Ghostrunners. Nothing fits. And yet, there's no doubt about it.
Could they have been in hiding all this time?
Yeah, in theory. But why? And how? The tower's not that big. Oh, and before you go, we've managed to get a hold of one of the original GR augmentation units.
Haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, pretty vintage stuff at this point. Come on, give it a shot.
I will. Thanks. I missed our appointment today.
Yeah, don't worry, Jack. I was just gonna tell you finished all the tests.
And?
And you're fit as a fiddle. A heavily augmented transhuman fiddle, but still, the meaty parts of you are in great shape.
Good to know. Do you remember these GRs from before the coup?
Not a chance, Jack. You gotta understand, there was not a lot of overlap between the architect's official business and us, lowly base dwellers. Sure, I've lived through the Ghostrunner's introduction and downfall, but the closest I ever came to meeting one was when they were arresting someone in my district. Before I had my hand in putting you back together, that is. It wasn't until my 60s that I started doing the exciting stuff. Better late than never, I guess.
Was Connor always like this?
Ever since I've known him, but I don't think always. Man's got demons, more than most.
What demons?
All I know is what he's blurted out while blackout drunk. There's a lot of blood in his past, and a lot of backstabbing.
Done to him or by him?
Both, presumably. Look, I get why you don't like him. I do.
But?
No buts. I just get it. Hey, one last thing. I have something for you.
A gift?
Sure, why not? It's a shuriken throwing system that I extracted out of our dead fella right here. Thought it might come in handy.
Nice. Thank you.
No need for that. Just use it carefully. Preferably not in this room.
I'll try. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. Wish we could get them all, but...
They weren't even all there.
Right. Well, 1 down, 3 to go.
I have questions.
Who doesn't, eh?
What did you want to talk about?
We have a church problem, and you've been randomly chosen to become the solution.
Don't we have a bigger problem right now?
What? Those schmucks from the reactor? Well, you already took down one of them, which concluded in them leaving and us securing the place once again. So I don't see that as a bigger problem. Anyway, let me know when you're ready.
You going to release Bakunin?
Sure, we have a deal. He could fuck right off for all I care.
Why even arrest him?
Did he skip the Keymaster Guard commander part when he introduced himself to you? Your new BFF is a war criminal and a public enemy. But since the public has other crap to deal with right now, I won't insist on wasting a bullet on that chump.
Tell me about this church.
Church of the Architect. Yeah, they've been around for years, but lately they went through a drastic makeover. It's no longer 5 guys in robes jerking off to a poster of the Architect. They're now organized, well-armed, and coordinated.
Like the Hammers.
Yeah. Either their management also got an outside hire, or
the Architect really is back.
Ah, now you've jinxed it.
I'm ready for the church mission.
About time. Leave the HQ and head towards the lower floors. Zoe will send you the details.
Is that all?
For now. Dismissed.
What's your take on the church now?
They got Cybervoid back up. This is huge. I mean, we don't know when they did that, but it might explain how you were able to come back after disabling the original network. You might have interfaced with their grid by default.
Wouldn't they just cut me off?
It might be impossible. Ghostrunners were designed with Cybervoid integration in mind. Or they might have chosen not to cut you off.
They've got plans for me?
If Architect is back, he's bound to have a plan for you. I'm worried, Jack.
I'll be fine. If he's back, I'll just delete him again. How's the Interface Council project?
Give me a break. The idea is to create an actual government to unite the tower, but for now it's mostly just us climbers flexing way beyond our actual capabilities. Until at least one of the big players decides to join us, it's gonna remain a gimmick. Connor's pet project. But hey, the Interface Council has the only Ghostrunner and Dharma on its side. That ought to count for something.
Not the only one anymore.
Well then, I'm out of ideas on how to sell it.
You think he's got a face under there?
Dude, that is his face.
How's the search for the Ashura?
Slow and steady. My guy found a guy who knows a guy who once saw a Ghostrunner in a back alley behind a bar. He was shit-faced, though, and he claims it could have been you. Do you frequent back alleys behind Base Instinct?
What do you think?
Hey, I'm not judging. I mean, I do frequent. Pretty frequently, too.
Just let me know when you have something.
Sure thing, Chief.
How are the climbers?
Just peachy. I mean, we've got a major power shortage, an open war with the Hammers, a humongous water debt to the Icemen, and somebody shit all over the men's room. Again. But let me worry about these things. You just stick to what you're good at, huh? You do the stabbing, I'll do the thinking.
Any updates?
Yeah, but not about the Ashura. Your failed church infiltration.
What about it?
I think I know someone who will be able to help you break through.
I thought you were focused on the Ghostrunners.
I was. It just so happens that the same person is our best bet of digging up intel on them.
Who is it?
An old colleague.
Do you know where to find this colleague?
Got a general idea? I'm gonna need you to scout out a particularly nasty part of Dharma City. Talk to me when you're ready to make the trip.
Who are you exactly?
A soldier. A failed mutineer. A former key. I've got a feeling the last one outweighs the others around here.
I don't care about your past.
Glad to hear it, but I'm afraid you're in the minority on this.
I'm ready to make the trip.
Great. I'll send you the intel once you're on your way.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.
All right, little buddy. Now, Kira said you have a record button somewhere, so... Oh, it's already on. I'll be back to check in on you then. Shh. I was never here. You hear me? Keep spying, little buddy.
Hey, Zoe. I've sent you your new administrator password.
What? Why would I need a new password?
I've taken the liberty of tweaking your security protocols.
You've hacked our network?
I wouldn't call it that, Zoe. The word hacking usually implies the presence of security.
Just who the heck do you think you are?
I'm someone who'd like to politely point out that Climb 123 is not a secure password, and that NLT 3.0 was obsolete by the time you were born.
Is that why back in the day you set the key's comms to run on 2.5? To make it easy for me to hack? Oh, sorry. Not fair to call that hacking, right?
Ouch. Touche.
Muller, I need to talk to you.
I need a pina colada served to me by Reddit in high heels, yet here we both are. Sad and unfulfilled.
I'm an experienced military operative. Your organization could benefit from my skills. If only you managed to look past the fact that I once served your enemy.
Oh, you got it all wrong, soldier boy. I don't give a fuck about the fact that you're a key.
Then why do you treat me like shit?
Because I know about your mutiny. You had the sense to see what was going on. You had the means to end the madness in a heartbeat, but you didn't have the balls to do what needed to be done.
You hate me because I chose standing up to Mara openly over murdering her.
I hate you because you chose to make a statement, an empty fucking gesture over actually solving the problem. I hope the next time you choose to play the martyr, you'll at least manage to die properly. Hey nerd, what you up to?
Oh, hey, Fire Breath. Didn't see you there.
So, you done stealing our data? Or are you staying for dinner?
I could steal your data from all the way up in the city if I wanted to. Though, I don't see why I would need a list of my ex-coworkers, some outdated blueprints, and a meager collection of bad porn.
Hey, watch it. Those are classics.
I'd rather not watch it, if that's fine with you.
Keep spying, little buddy.
What do you think of Kira?
Let's say I'm not a fan.
She seems capable.
Capable, yes. Trustworthy? Not so much.
We need her.
I know. Working with ex-keys is just another one of these things we need to do. But I can't help the feeling that we're betraying what we stand for.
Freedom?
Yes, the climbers are supposed to be about gaining freedom, not power or control. Or at least that used to be the case.
Does he piss?
You went through all this trouble to recruit her, and you didn't even talk yet? Come on, Jackie. Don't be shy.
What do you think about our current situation?
It's a little bit funny. Guess we all felt like toppling the Keymaster was gonna be the end. Job well done, give ourselves a medal, and get back to normal life. Turns out, you can't just kill the tyrant and call it a day. Things don't run themselves. People don't turn all nice just because their oppressor died. There is no normal life until you work it out. Who would have thought?
Your friend wasn't easy to find.
I know. I do believe she's worth it, though. She knows more about the GR's implants than even Mara ever did.
How come?
Well, the Keymaster was a biologist by trade. She dabbled in electronics, but always needed a competent partner in her projects. Used to be the architect, but...
She killed him.
yeah. And then replaced him with Kira.
Some resume.
Like I said, you won't find anyone better.
What do you know about the Ashura?
Straight to the point. I like that. The Ashura were the original Ghostrunners, a prototype series. Each had unique architecture, different skill set, different fighting style. They served on a couple of missions each, but soon after the regular GRs rolled out, they got recalled.
Recalled?
Well, it's a bit of an understatement. Apparently, Adam found out they'd been conspiring to kill him. He got mad, understandably, and the Ashura vanished.
Vanished?
As if they were never there. Even Mara wasn't sure what happened to them. Or at least that's what she claimed. There were rumors about them being destroyed, imprisoned, or escaping outside. But anyone who spread them got into trouble with the architect himself. So, everyone involved learned to keep their mouths shut, and the memory of the Ashura faded.
What is Bushido?
A safety protocol. A set of directives ingrained deep into each Ghostrunner's circuitry, meant to prevent them from going rogue.
Do I have this protocol?
No way! At its core, Bushido prevents GRs from harming the tower's inhabitants without a direct order from the architect himself. And you must have killed like what? A couple hundred by now? Don't worry, your restraint module broke, along with most of your other features, back when you had your first run-in with the boss.
How do you know so much about GRs?
I was tasked with building one, so I studied every bit of data and every scrap of GR tech I could find.
You built...
Hell units. Well, not built as such, more like repurposed.
What were they before?
They were to become GR 2.0s. You probably know your main purpose was to be a vessel for Architect AI.
I'm aware.
The second generation bodies were meant for the boss.
Wait, there's an AI based on Mara?
No, she'd never agreed to create something like that. Adam had secretly scanned her brain to begin developing it, but she found out. That's actually one of the reasons she decided to remove him.
You seem happy to be here.
Why wouldn't I? I came with you because I wanted to. I mean, I've hacked everything there was to hack up there months ago. I get to choose between rewatching the same movies for the 1000th time and hacking a rogue AI that might be the architect? Not a hard choice. Oh, one more thing. I brought, my whole flat with me. And there's this one program that I'm working on lately that I think you might enjoy. Just make yourself comfortable on the, gaming chair.
Huh, okay. Might check it out.
Cool.
You okay with Kira joining us?
Sure, the more the merrier.
You don't feel the need to arrest her?
Nah, man, she's a scientist. People like her are gonna keep sciencing no matter how fucked up the project you put in front of them is. No point in blaming them. The best you can do is put them in a cozy lab and make sure they're working on something useful to you.
Mara was a scientist.
Mara was a fascist. Those you put in the ground at the earliest opportunity. Which you did. Good job. Anyway, get ready, 'cause you're in for round 2. This time it better work out.
You been to the market this week? The ramen place is open again.
Good God, I was sure they were closed for good this time.
No kidding. The prices are up again, though.
And I don't suppose they started accepting our currency.
You mean Connor's currency? Yeah, right. Has anyone? This whole idea is dumb.
Well, it's a long shot.
Ease up. He's not standing behind you.
Well, it's a shitty idea.
I mean, what are we? A government?
At the most, we're clerks. Connor's the government.
The king, more like.
Hey, Adrian. Got a joke for you. How many keys does it take to change a light bulb?
1, but I've got a feeling that's not the answer you're looking for.
Damn right it's not. A whole squad. One to change the bulb, and the rest to shoot up the neighborhood.
Is that even supposed to be funny?
I mean, isn't killing civilians the epitome of fun for you guys?
I'm just one guy.
And thank God for that. Got a stiff neck from watching my back as is. Zoe, what did I tell you about the water deal with the hammers?
You told me to start with 10 power cells per tank and not go lower than 6.
Well then, how come the note on my desk over there states you agreed to 5? Did I miss a memo about an arithmetic update? Is 5 more than 6 now?
We need those cells, Connor.
Wrong, kiddo. We want the cells. They need the water. We can live without shooting anyone for a while. Without water, they're dead in 3 days. Tops. See the subtle difference?
Or maybe, just maybe, before dying they'd consider buying water from the old guard and stop dealing with us altogether. Especially since we're demonstrable dicks who are trying to scalp them on freaking water.
You kidding me? The old guard would never go lower than 7. They're not dumb. Keep spying, little buddy.
Finally, we'll get some answers.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of scared of what we'll find out. A part of me just wants to forget the Ashura, pretend they never existed, and go back to worrying about problems I'm sure we can overcome.
It's always better to know your enemy.
Yeah, but sometimes ignorance is bliss. The more you know, the harder it is to have hope. I feel like we'd have never made it this far if we knew the odds we were facing.
Hope is not about odds. You taught me that.
I did, didn't I? Thank you for reminding me what I'm all about.
I think I'm gonna ask him to sign my gun.
Now that's what I call success. You ought to bring me the heads of our enemies more often. A couple of those above the entrance, and all those punks will think twice before crossing us.
What are you going to do with him?
Break down his defenses, and pry everything you ever wanted to know about the Ashura from that twisted mind of his. Four Eye's already prepping her gear. She'll start on him soon.
I meant after that.
I just told you. Stick it on display.
He's alive in there.
Not for long.
Thanks for having my back, Kira. Good job taking him down.
I know, right? It took me forever to make the Cybervoid interface work with my rig. I'm so glad I got the chance to test it in real life. It works perfectly. If only I had figured this out back then.
What would have happened?
Well, for starters, Hell would have been running far more efficiently. And we would have been able to take care of Architect AI years before it woke you up.
Right.
Another Ashura down.
Still doesn't feel like we're winning.
Because we're not. Not yet. But give yourself some credit. 2 down out of what? 4? That means we're already halfway through. Looks like a good job so far.
You're right. Thanks. How is Avatar alive in there?
Same as you were during your 20 years retirement episode. Those implants of yours are not only good for killing, they also make you impossibly resilient. You survived years in a dumpster, but you could survive weeks outside. Probably hours in outer space. Ghostrunners don't die unless they're killed.
So, what happens now?
Well, you're going to be late for your meeting in about now.
Right.
Everyone should already be in Connor's office.
What about you?
Honestly, I don't feel like going. I'd rather just read the post-mortem report. But have fun sitting there for hours, waiting for something interesting to happen.
Thanks. What did we learn?
Not much yet. His brain is alive, and he's putting up a hell of a fight.
This is bad. We need to find Mitra before he makes his move.
And we will. Just take it easy.
This threat is bigger than anything you've faced before, Muller.
Nobody asked for your advice, Commander Rasputin. Just let the Keymaster Jr. here work and we'll get— What the fuck?
Holy shit.
What was that?
He's conscious, and he's just used some...
Connor? Connor!
Your old master's head is at your feet, right where it belongs.
Why are you doing this?
I cannot stand and watch a free runner be disgraced with such servitude. Shake off your shackles, Number, or die as their slave.
We're under attack! The church is here!
I'm going after him. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Downplaying the Ashura, setting himself up to be Dharma's new boss. Ignoring us? He had it coming, didn't he?
Probably.
What are we gonna do now?
Same as always. Survive.
There's no one to replace him. Not even close.
No one's irreplaceable. You once told me you were going to rebuild this rebellion from the ground up.
Yeah, that I could do. It's leading what we have built that worries me. I've only ever followed. Never mind. For now, we know what we have to do.
Saul was looking for you. Check on him first. He said it's important.
What are the casualties?
Unclear. Half of the squads are not responding. But I think some of them just turned off their radios and went AWOL. Oh, and half of the responsive ones refused to report to me. Zoe's gonna need to talk to them. These people don't follow orders or procedures.
They're not soldiers.
I've noticed.
and Connor were close?
He wasn't really close to anyone. But we've been together in this for a long time, yeah.
He deserved a better death.
Well, I think all deaths are equally bad. Lives can be good, though. And he managed to have one. The most one can hope for, really. And yeah, while you were busy, I managed to rip out one last thing from Ahriman. This chip should give you back one of the skills you lost after your malfunction.
Thank you, Saul.
Don't mention it.
Did you not see the attack coming?
I did, same as you, like 2 seconds before it happened.
What exactly did Avatar do?
Temporarily blocked Mitra's Bushido, which allowed him to act against his programming and harm the citizens of the tower.
Anything else?
Well, I managed to get something out of him.
Yeah?
Pictures of something that looks like a stash. Coordinates, too. Can't tell what it is or why he had it in his head, so obviously unprotected.
Could it be a trap?
I don't know. Why would it? I mean, Mitra had a chance to kill you right there if he wanted to. But he went for the leader. I think it was just revenge from his side. Either for killing Ahriman or for taking the head. Both, probably.
True.
You interested?
I think it's worth checking out. Might be the only lead we have.
All right then. I'll send you the details in a bit.
Sure. Gonna prepare in the meantime. How is Zoe managing?
Well, the fact that we're still alive says she's doing great. Though I'm afraid there'll be a price to be paid.
What do you mean?
People say those who don't want to lead do it best. But there's a reason they don't want to do it.
She's doing what needs to be done.
Well, that's what's worrying me. Sacrifice is not a reason for pride, Jack. It's a reason for compassion.
Have you examined a scion?
That's not what we call those things.
What do you call them?
We usually go with intruders or outsiders. Those cyber zombies and those fuckers are also common.
Have you examined one of those fuckers?
Yes, plenty of samples lying around. Basically, they're your typical self-replicating machines. An old concept with an organic twist added in.
So, when did you join? A while ago.
You alright?
Been worse. Thanks for saving my life.
No need. I would have said we're even, but I barely made it in time. Were you trying to get killed out there?
I'm not sure.
Seems like you were.
I suppose it does.
You won't help anyone by dying.
Don't you pick fights with opponents out of your league, like, daily?
I've never been in a fight I didn't think I could win.
Wait, are you scolding me for being reckless or for not believing in myself?
It's not reckless if you're sure it will work.
I don't think... I'll have to give it some thought.
What's your take on our situation?
Until today, I was sure we were done, and that all we could hope for is to go down swinging. But you came back, took down another Ashura. This changes the perspective.
Mitra is still out there.
Don't get me wrong. I still think we cannot win, but now I hope I'm wrong.
How's discipline around here?
All-time high. Mostly because all the headstrong climbers got killed off first, though.
And the morale?
Zoe's doing an amazing job. I think Muller would either run away or join Mitra by now. But it's the end of our world. People are panicking, and I can't blame them.
Good to see you.
Same. Thought you weren't coming back. Don't mind me asking, but what happened back there?
It's complicated.
We have all the time in the world.
I fell into their trap.
Well, how did you get out?
It's really not the best time, Kira.
Okay, keep your secrets then.
How were things while I was away?
Weird. Kevin came back and we were analyzing the data you collected. I was trying to contact you every single hour since, but to no avail. Spent a week or two doing just that.
And after that?
And after that, the Assurer came, and we've all been extremely busy surviving ever since. Eventually, Kevin decided to look for you on his own. I watched his camera footage about an hour ago to see what happened. He was scouting the area near you when suddenly you popped up on his radar. Long story short, you didn't miss much. Or rather, you missed a whole lot. But none of it was fun.
Any news on the Mitra situation?
Well, at first he was with Dismantler, but they split. Our scout was following them and he eavesdropped on them arguing about something. After that, Mitra dipped and has been seen running around the place, randomly killing whoever he stumbled upon. Dude is behaving like a lost, unhinged teenager with a knife. Judging by his body trail, he seems to be heading upwards. We couldn't find the time to do anything about him as we were busy fighting back Scions, but now, you're back.
With all the time in the world. How do the Scions work?
Flawlessly. They're the perfect organism. The boss's and mine holy grail. They rapidly adapt to any conditions, require a minimum amount of sustenance, and they're phenomenal at rapid replication. They're to our creations what the Sistine Chapel is to a 4-year-old's drawing.
They're mindless drones made out of corpses and metal.
Yeah, whatever. I don't expect you to appreciate the genius, but spare me the moralizing.
Well, here I am.
And not a moment too soon. We're on our last legs, Jack. One more blow and we're down for good.
It's time to strike back.
Now or never, but there's really no point in challenging Ashura's army.
Gotta cut the last head off.
Gotta take down Mitra. It all starts and ends with him. Let me know when you're ready. I'll tell you what we got on him.
How are you?
Busy.
You've become a fine leader.
No time to worry about your poor leadership if you're busy leading. No time to worry about most things.
Like what?
Casualties, morals, people's feelings. I guess this must be what Connor felt like.
Tell me about the invasion.
First, there was the noise. A rumbling echoing throughout the tower. Every gang thought it was their enemies doing. So, the fighting stopped, and we just waited to see what it is. Then we realized it was coming from the outside.
You knew about the Scions.
That we did, but we expected hundreds, not thousands.
How did they get inside?
They had spent almost a week chipping away at the gate. If they had the means to breach the entrance quicker, we'd all have been dead in a day. Caught with our pants down, fighting each other. We're lucky you took down their battering ram.
Lucky indeed. How are the other factions?
They're fighting for their lives, same as us.
We'd be stronger together.
Would 5 people be any more capable of stopping a train than a single person? The Ratmen and the Trailblazers allied with us right at the beginning. The plan was to stop them at the tower's gate, but it didn't go well.
I've seen the bodies.
We held out for all of 15 minutes before they overran us. I'm not sure any of the Ratmen survived.
You seem to be holding your ground against Scions.
Hardly. The only thing keeping us alive is how dumb they are.
Why are they like this?
Their only directive is to multiply, which mostly means gathering materials.
Which means attacking Dharma.
Yes, but as a means to an end, not as a goal. They will come here eventually, just not yet. First, they're gonna have to find a way through all those corridors. So, technically, the terrain is the second thing keeping us alive.
Did Dismantler have any control over them?
Well, he definitely had at least some, but complete control? Doubt it. Otherwise, we would have all been dead before you showed up.
I'm ready to go after Mitra.
Okay, let's see what we've got. One of our scouts mentioned that he's seen Mitra camping in Cloud City. It happened sometime after we overheard him arguing with Dismantler. Supposedly, they split and haven't talked since.
Looks like there's been a change of plans.
We think he might be going for the reactor.
That was to be expected. He wants to detonate it. What's our plan?
The elevator is dead, so you're gonna have to take a detour.
So is he.
That's why there's still a chance for you to get him. After all that time he's been gone, this place must feel like a labyrinth to him. For you, it's just a detour.
I'm on it.
Please be careful. You're the only hope we have.
Had enough of the Scions yet?
Enough in what way? Do I want them to stop killing people? Yes. Do I think that they're a bad idea or that they never should have existed? No way.
How so?
I think that they are superior to us as a species, and that they have a way brighter future than humans. But that doesn't mean I want to die and hand over my body for them to repurpose.
You think we're on the wrong side of history, but you're okay with that.
What is it with you people and wrong and right and all this nonsense? Next, you're gonna tell me that humanity deserves to survive because we can smile and make music and whatnot.
Doesn't it?
Doesn't it what?
Deserve survival.
Nobody deserves anything. There are things you want that you can get, and things you want you cannot get. To deserve something is to demand for it to be moved from set B to set A.
Is that a bad thing?
It's a dumb thing. Power to change the world is not given, Jack. It is taken.
Any advice?
For defeating Mitra? Sure. Don't let him hit you. And then hit him as hard as you can.
Works every time.
See? You don't need me telling you what to do. In all seriousness, though, Jack, listen to me carefully. You got us used to miracles. You've pulled off so many impossible victories since we found you that I don't think we appreciate them properly anymore.
You're welcome.
It's not about my gratitude, though I am grateful to be sure. It's about you.
About me?
Yes. How do I put this? I'd love to see Mitra dead. He killed more of my friends in a week than Mara ever did. But if I were to choose between the two, I'd much rather see you come back alive.
Are you telling me not to sacrifice myself?
I'm telling you not to die, kid. Okay? Can you do that?
Don't worry, Saul. I'll be back.
Why did you leave?
Things were getting too ghastly, even for me.
What was the last straw?
I guess it was the way she asked me to make room for the new test subjects one day. Usually we'd talk about the failure, about what went wrong with the graphs. Usually there was regret, some empathy for the people we've let down. But that day, none. Just bring in the next batch. That was the moment I knew we were no longer failing at rescuing humanity. We were succeeding at destroying it.
That we were.
What was the one where the guy was killing rogue androids?
I don't think it was a guy. It was this badass police chick. Ghost and the Blade, something like that.
Nah, it was a guy in a code, I'm telling you. You got it mixed up with the other one. About the policewoman from Detroit who got turned into a cyborg.
That doesn't sound right. We should just rewatch them all, all together.
Good luck finding that stuff nowadays. The public entertainment server has been down for a decade.
Good luck indeed that I own a 4 petabyte movie collection with all the classics. And a nice selection of deliciously bad crap.
Lady, I knew you were a fine addition to our side, but I had no idea just how fine.
I even have all the Cyber Zombies versus Hollow Stripper sequels. Hi, Adrian.
Kira.
You should stop moping, you know? It doesn't do you any good.
I'm not moping. I'm just...
brooding?
Tired.
It's been a long time. No point in dwelling in the past. We've both made some bad choices, but now we get to start over. Don't waste it.
Easy for you to say. They haven't seen your face on the other side of the barricade.
Keep spying, little buddy.
Back on duty?
Yeah, it feels good. Listen, you've helped me realize something.
I did.
I've spent years looking for someone to either punish me or forgive me, but I'm not going to find them, am I?
No.
I need to forgive myself. I need to forget my past or nobody else will. How can they view me as anything else than a key if this is how I see myself? It's time to stop being the odd one out. They still want to hate me, so be it. But they're going to be hating a climber, not a key, a mutineer, or a soldier. I've got a feeling you're the only one to understand what I mean.
Of course I am. I'm the odd one out.
So, we're running out of time.
Not yet.
I know, it's just...
You okay?
Not really, no. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't even what I feared.
What did you fear?
After the Keymaster died, I was sure everything would fix itself. That we were days away from a happily ever after. Weeks tops. I thought the worst that could happen was for the climbers to grow unnecessary, obsolete. For us all to grow fat and old and complacent. And secretly miss the days when we used to smuggle contraband, break into warehouses and vandalize Keymaster posters. When we used to stand up for something. How could I be so dumb? How can anyone?
Don't give that up.
What?
Those fears. You might grow fat and old and complacent yet.
I might. Maybe just... not this year, huh?
Zoe, I will take care of him. I promise. Now, where's the wing thing?
Kira just finished working on it. Do you need any tips on how to use it?
I'll manage.
So, this is it?
This is not a goodbye, Zoe. I'll be back.
Just in case you're not... Thank you. For everything.
You're welcome, Zoe. Thanks for everything, Kevin. Take care of yourself. Beep? Thanks for everything, Kevin. Take care of yourself. Beep? Hey, Adrian.
Hey, Jack.
How are you holding up?
You kidding? You tell me.
Ashura is no longer a threat to us.
You did it, huh? Shit, how did it go?
Well, I'm here. Ashura isn't, but Scions are still inside the tower.
Don't worry. I overheard Kira mentioning something about it. Sounded pretty optimistic.
Anyway, how are you?
Better. Almost done regrouping, I guess.
That's good to hear. What are you going to do now?
Well, I heard Zoe wants to promote me to something. I guess that's still up to debate.
Looks like you finally got on her good side.
Yeah, seems like it.
So, are you staying?
As long as they want me to. We'll see how it goes.
Listen, I'll be leaving Dharma.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, where do you plan to go?
I'm not sure yet, but this is what I want to do. Will you manage?
Don't worry, Jack. Dharma is in the right hands.
Good.
So this is it?
It's been a pleasure to meet you, Adrian.
Same. Good luck out there.
Thanks. Good luck to you, too. Hi, Kira.
Hi, Jack. Can't believe you actually pulled it off. It's crazy.
Can't believe it myself, to be honest. What do we do about the Scions?
Well, I'm almost done cooking up a solution. Wouldn't call it my magnum opus, but it's pretty impressive nonetheless.
What is it?
A Scion pesticide.
Cyanide.
The only thing worse than that joke is them wiping out humanity. Or what's left of it, at least.
I learned from the best. Huh, it's quite ironic. You were very excited about Scions.
You know what I'm excited about more? Actually helping for once. Fixing this shit up. This is my first step.
What are your plans for the future?
I'm going to stay here and help with the Interface Council.
That's great to hear.
Glad you like the idea. Figured it's a goal worth pursuing for a bit. Gonna sound cheesy, but this place is full of hope, in a way. I mean, what else is there to do in Dharma? Don't feel like joining any of those other nut jobs, thank you very much. And the outside doesn't seem as safe as I thought. Not yet. What about you?
I'm leaving Dharma.
Huh?
Is that all right with you?
It doesn't matter. Like, of course I'm gonna miss you, but if that's what you want, you should go for it. And nobody should tell you otherwise. Though you could totally stop by with some soil samples now and then.
No promises, but I'm glad you understand.
Of course I do. Take care out there, Jack. It's been a ride.
Sure was. You take care too, Kira. Hi, Saul.
Hi, Jack. Well done. With everything.
Thanks.
No, we're the ones who are thankful. Though, at this point, words won't do it justice.
What are you up to?
Don't even start. So many people are injured. I'm basically a full-time doctor now. Except nobody is really paying me.
Listen, Saul. I'll be leaving Dharma.
Not even surprised.
Why?
I mean, come on. You've been playing a hero ever since you woke up. How soon before it becomes a chore? How many thank yous can you receive before you're sick of them? I believe that you will be happy with that choice. There has to be so much to see out there. I'm almost jealous.
I'm glad you understand.
That's the least I can do. But don't worry, everyone will understand.
It's been a pleasure.
The pleasure's been all mine. Also, glad I had a chance to be on your side. Those poor bastards who weren't. Nah, I'm joking. They all had it coming. Lesson here is, be nice to people. Otherwise, shit happens. Goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye, Saul. Hi, Zoe.
Hi, Jack. You made it back.
Told you I would.
Yeah. So, what's the status?
They're not a threat to us anymore.
That's a relief.
What are you going to do next?
We should start getting in touch with the survivors after we take care of the remaining scions. I believe peace will be much easier to achieve when we deal with the issue. If not, well, we'll see.
Sounds like a plan. Zoe, I'll be leaving Dharma.
What? Are you serious?
I'm sorry.
No, it's alright, it's just unexpected.
I know. I realized very recently that's what I want to do after this whole mess is over.
I understand.
Will you manage without me?
We will. Don't you worry about that. But we will miss you. I will miss you.
I'll miss you too, Zoe.
Will you ever come back?
Maybe. We'll see.
So, I'm not good at goodbyes. Don't know what to say.
It's okay. Take care, Zoe. You're a great leader. Don't forget that.
You're a great friend, Jack. The best out there. Don't forget that.
Being a Ghostrunner is a never-ending struggle. The lines between right and wrong are blurry. Which voice do you listen to? The man's? Or the machine's? I've considered my options. From now on, I listen to my own.
Kevin, I'm swamped right now. You know the drill.